Rawr to Monstro Mondays. I totally have to figure out to make my avatar dance because I'm over here dancing. Hey, I'm your host, Smiley Monster, and if you're feeling the Monday blues, I'm here to make it pink. I personally love Mondays because they're a mini do-over. No matter what happened during the weekend or last week, we get to start over with a fresh new Monday. So, guys, I'll be with you guys in just a second. Let me write this diary entry for today. Dear Diary. They call it Crypto Addicts Anonymous, but honestly, clueless coin crusaders might be more true. Don't get me wrong, everyone there seemed passionate, maybe a little too passionate. Like Gabo, the leader, who swore off judging anyone unless they sold their Bitcoin in 2013. Seriously, who even remembers 2013? I think I was like 12. And then there's Shock, the quiet one who kept muttering about Swedish meatballs under his breath. I'm pretty sure he was just there for the snacks. Raza the whale was interesting. He barely spoke, which made Gabo suspicious, of course. Apparently, not trading for weeks is a red flag. Style was a walking meme factory. His Lambo or ramen slogan might be terrible, but at least it's catchy. And what was up with that Deadpool mask? I couldn't tell if he was hot or not. Kasselhoff was too funny. I was laughing so hard. He spent the whole meeting, though, playing with clay in his lap. It looked suspiciously similar to that infamous rug pull logo. Oh man. Big D, the conspiracy theorist, man, he was convinced the Illuminati are controlling our minds with meme coins. I wouldn't be surprised if he started wearing a tinfoil hat tomorrow. And Various, the decentralized dog park metaverse guy, well, let's just say his project sounded unique. Austin, the tech whiz, pointed out some red flags in his white paper, but Various just brushed it off. Honestly, the whole thing felt like a walking disaster waiting to happen. But you know what? Even though they all seemed kind of cray-cray, there was a strange sense of camaraderie. I mean, everyone was there for the same reason, I guess, to escape the endless charts, the FOMO, the constant urge to refresh their portfolios. Yeah, maybe it wasn't a traditional support group, but it was something. And me, well, I still love the community, the excitement, the feeling of being part of something bigger. But maybe I need to diversify my addictions too. Maybe some clay work wouldn't hurt, as long as I can turn it into an NFT later. Ha! One thing is for sure. Life in the cryptoverse is never dull. Wish me luck navigating this crazy world, diary. And hey, if you ever see a Swedish meatball loving guy at a crypto meeting, say hi. He might not be there for the right reasons, but at least he's got good taste in snacks. Love, Smiley. P.S. I still need those virtual doghouse NFTs. Maybe I can trade with Kasselhoff's sculpture. So as we get this party started, guys, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, ring that notification bell, and drop some love in the comments below. Let's get to today's sponsor. I'm going to pull it up right now. Today's sponsor is Alpha's Automated Home Security, the gold standard in keeping your home safe, even from yourself. Our state-of-the-art system ensures that no one, not even you, can breach its impenetrable fortress. But wait, there's more. With our revolutionary name recognition technology, we guarantee that anyone with an unacceptable name will be swiftly targeted for removal. Say goodbye to unwanted guests and pesky relatives with names like mother-in-law or the cable guy. That means you, Uncle Bob. Alpha's automated home security, because when it comes to safety, we're not afraid to take out the trash, even if it's wearing your family's face. And speaking of security, there is an awesome channel in our Discord called Safety Alerts. And there's a lot of great information in there, including a new video about wallets. I asked our guardian Big D about his faves, and the video reviewing them, plus all the links, are all there for you to check it out. Guys, I am so psyched for Monstro Mula Madness this week. You want to know why? because last Wednesday was my first payday. I had 2 farms CNFTs in my wallet, and I got dropped USDC in my wallet without having to do anything, which is so cool. So let me tell you, farms, our 25th weekly payout was this last Wednesday, and it's made up of all the earnings from Wednesday, January 31st through Tuesday, February 6th. So we made $52,269.49. So what happens to that? Well, about 87.66% goes to the holders of the NFTs, and 12.34% goes to the team or in the treasury. And so what happens then? Well, Genesis got an increase, a drop of 5.41%. Cycle B got a drop of 5.84%. Cycle C, me, and Spooky got 7.20%. And Cycle D got 5.41%. And remember, Cycle C includes the bonus share from the new Cycle D sales. Remember, they're $105, so that $5 then goes back and gets distributed amongst the Cycle C holders, which is really cool because I have 2 of those. And now I have 1D NFT. I'm totally addicted now. I think I want to buy some more. You can mint as many as you want. And then, dude, you're going to get money dropped in your wallet every Wednesday. And I have the link here. If you want, you can head on over and check out those Ds, buy as many as you want. And then every Wednesday, when V makes his announcement, you can see what the percentage is for the week. And you can check your wallet and see what goodies have been dropped in there for you. It's super cool. Moving on, DGens 1.5 is coming this week. Please read the announcements. Okay, V shares all the good stuff, and I know he's been really working hard in his coding cave for this, and he's not going to let it go until it's perfect. And you want to know why? It's not just because V is a perfectionist, but you got the problem of once he sets this up, it has full immutability. So he can't go back later and fix bugs and update things. So he wants to make sure that it's working right the first time out of the gate. So thank you for your patience, but it's coming and we'll have all the juicy details available for you soon, okay? Moving on, we always love to highlight our community. We have such a great community of Monstro. And so I want to share this week's Monster of the Week. This week's Monster of the Week is Fazy, totally claiming his rightful place. Monster of the Week. Dude, he is funnier than a Red Bull bender. He has a big heart for our community. He's always there in the chat whenever he has time answering questions with a lot of patience. And he's always down to mingle. He makes the community feel less like a monster dungeon and more like just like this friendly tavern where we all get together and chat. And he has this saying, which I think is hysterical. He says, "We can only help them with when. The lane, we can't." Fazy teaches us all patience because in this crazy world of crypto where prices go crazy, he reminds us to focus on the what, the building, the learning, and the supporting each other. And he lets the when unfold in its own time. So everybody raise your goblets or your crypto wallets to Fazy, Monster of the Week. May his humor continue to slay our worries. May his support bring everybody the pink. And his monster love remind us that even in this crazy crypto world, kindness and community are it. That's it. He remembers the important stuff. When things get crazy, he stays chill. He'll ask good questions. And maybe, if he's really good, and he is, I might make him some freshly baked Monstro cookies. And Fazy, I'm going to totally save one for you, shaped like a kraken. Thanks, Fazy. Now it's time for Token Tingles. And welcome to this week's Token Tingles, where Various and I pick our token picks of the week that we feel have potential. They give us those exciting vibes and tingles down our crypto spines. And this is where you can come and get our picks and see if you want to invest too. So let me throw up a picture of how we're doing lately. This is Team V. How does it look like you're doing, V?
I don't know. It's too small on my phone.
Oh.
I'm coming to you today from the vehicle outside the dog park. So Bullseye would like to say hello. Say hi, Bullseye. And he's tired because he was playing a lot. So, yeah, we're taking a break from Degen's testing today, but I'm here for my pick.
Okay, cool. Then I will share how we're doing.
Mhm.
We have Teddy Bear is up 31.14%.
Not bad, not bad.
Win, if I did the math correctly, is down 577%.
I don't know how that's possible. Technically, nothing can be down more than 100%.
AKT is up
That's some bullseye math.
Probably. AKT is up 0.78%, and Rose is up 6.84%. So
Good
you
for
are doing
Rose.
really well, and I'll have to figure out how to figure out Win. I don't know what's going on there.
I know it's recovering, as we're recording this. I just saw it shooting a little back up, but there is no way it can be down 500%.
And then for me, Factory is down 54.59%. Ape is up 9.16%. XNL is up 16.15%. And Walk-In is up 34.67%. Woohoo! So that's not bad. Yeah.
But now I don't know if I trust your math.
I know. You better check it. This is the reason why I don't do any of the coding. Nobody has to be scared about Monstro because I'm not doing the math. And then looking at our guest picks, AJ picked Goat, and that's up 21.89%. So good for him. Nate picked Wooly, which is down a lot. I have more than 100%, but I don't know how to do math.
So do token holders just have to pay the project at this point, or?
Yes. So maybe Wooly, yeah, if you've got some of that, just hold it, because if you sell it, what's the point? And then Ben picked Sharks, which is up 7.63%. And then Coach picked Slayer token, which is up 10.55%.
So everything's kind of going up for the most part.
Yeah, I think so. So what did you pick for this week?
So this one's going to be a outside the box one because I thought my other picks are doing pretty well. So this one's going to be a boom or bust type pick, and it is called the 2 Cent Club on Pulse Chain. You can see the Pulse Chain colors there. It's a very low supply of 4,000, and it's meant to be a shout out to the famed anonymous Maria dev, who could be Richard Hart, we don't know, and ties to that and leaving little hints and clues. So it's to commemorate part of the Atropa ecosystem's next milestone. And, if you want to take a look at it, feel free. Obviously, this one could go absolutely nowhere. It's only a 200K market cap at this time. So I think the all-time high might have been, top of my head, 500 or 600 market cap. So, it's something that either could take off and just suddenly be $1 million market cap and we get positive 500x on it, 500%, or it could just sit there and fade away to nothing. So that'll be my pick. It's just a random one that I came across, and I'm going to take the risk on it this time because I think my other ones are a lot more solid picks. So I have a little room to experiment.
Okay, sounds interesting. Could go either way, right? Okay.
And what about yours?
I picked.
You were bullseye, I think.
I picked here PBX, which is Provenex,
Hmm.
and I'll throw up the pic that I pulled up. Well, this is just the logo pretty much. And what they offer is they offer staking, which is interesting because over 50% of the total PBX supply is actually locked right now. So that's a huge amount. And if you buy it, really easy, you can make a minimum like 100 PBX buy, which is actually less than 20 bucks, and stake it, and you can earn up to 7.5% rewards. And they've distributed out over $2 million since May 2022 in rewards alone. And they have this thing where they have a zero risk of token loss. So whatever you deposit, you're guaranteed to at least get that much back out. And then 65% of the earnings are distributed from the Probinex project to the staking participants. And right now it's at 0.1387, which is a pretty good price. It could go, do a 2 or 3 times here. Hasn't run for a while, but it could be coming about now. So that's the one that I picked, and I'm curious to see if it does something fun and interesting.
Well, how did you find that one?
Oh, I found that one from Style, our mod in Monstro. He does this thing called Styles Calls, and he always has interesting token picks. And so that's where I picked it from.
Ah, so you're cheating. You're getting help.
Oh, absolutely. Because if it were up to me, I probably wouldn't be looking at meme coins so much. I like to look at big projects and things that have a lot of big potential for a long period of time.
All
So,
right then. So, I will sign off and leave you to your wonderful day and the rest of the Monstro Monday, work. And Bullseye, if you can see him, hey Bullseye,
hey,
he's gonna go. He's gonna go home and have dinner now.
okay,
All
bye.
right. Okay. Bye.
So guys, I actually figured out a great use for AI. I figured out that if I put in the token price where we started and the token price today, it'll do the math for me. Win-win. Totally cool. So I've updated the chart, and I'll make sure I drop that in the right channel in the Discord, and you can take a look at our token picks and how they're doing. So this is funny. This last week, I was trying to bridge some ETH to base, and ETH gas was crazy high. I mean, you're seeing way above 100. And I was asking around, I'm like, what is the deal, guys? And they said that part of the reason were the new ERC 404s. And if you haven't heard about these, it's kind of new tech. It combines fungible ERC 20s, which are tokens, with non-fungible ERC 721s or NFTs within a single framework. So it allows projects to offer hybrid tokens where each unit functions as a token, but it's also linked to this unique NFT. And I don't know, do you guys collect NFTs, and why? Because I used to collect them, but I used to collect them because they were cute. I admit it. Okay, I like cute stuff. Okay, so here, let me show you the first one. I started with Binkies. Aren't they cute? They're cute little bunny NFTs. And they didn't really start off with any utility or anything, but they were so cute. So I bought a few of those. And then a friend of mine started a project. And so I bought one of these because, oh my gosh, she is totally my vibe. Love boba. This is just very me. So I'm still buying NFTs. I don't know what they're going to do for me, but they're just so cute. I figured I could use her as my PFP if I wanted to, right? And so I was just looking around, but then I was in a project called Digibots, and a friend of mine made me this NFT. She is so cool. Her name's Celestia. And then it started coming with some utility. They have some things that they're going to drop and link to the NFT in their server in the project. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then now I'm in Monstro, where we have NFTs that drop money in your wallet from our yield farming. I'm loving that. So my total perspective on NFTs is changing. It used to be I just wanted something that was cute, but now I'm thinking there's a lot of use for these if we use them right, you know? So back to the ERC 404s. Pandora is the first project that utilized the ERC 404 technology, right? So they have 10,000 tokens and 10,000 corresponding NFTs. So you buy a Pandora token on Uniswap and it automatically mints you a random NFT linked to the token. And the NFT has different rarities, so you can collect which ones you like. And let me pull it up here. You can take a look and see what they look like. And it looks like a Minecraft cube to me. I mean, they're kind of cool, but pretty simple. And you can get them in different colors. There's green and purple. And I think the rarest one is red here. Yeah, red boxes, there's only 5.86% of those. Now, dude, these things minted around 500, and this one that I'm showing the picture of is going for $25,000 US dollars. I'm thinking, whoa, okay. So you're thinking, okay, so what is the point of these? Well, it's interesting because this tech allows tokens with fungible and non-fungible properties. So let's say you're playing a game, right? And this could allow like in-game items, like you could get a loot box that could offer a guaranteed base item, the fungible portion, with a chance for a rare NFT. Or you could have tokens linked to unique prizes. And also, this is kind of interesting. Existing NFT collections could actually get an ERC 404 wrapper on it and give it a little bit of a different flavor and different things that they could use it for, lending, or different DeFi projects could use this tech. Now, I was just reading a comment. V said that he thinks that it's a nice idea, but it has a lot of flaws to it in several areas. But totally dropping a little alpha here. He said, wouldn't it be cool to release a Monstro version that solves the issue? And he's already got these solutions in mind. The guy is brilliant, amazing. So I'm not going to buy one for $25,000. Let me know if you guys are. I'm going to wait and see if they drop in price. But there's also a lot of projects now coming out with that tech. And let me know if you see something interesting. But for right now, I'm just going to keep accumulating farms NFTs because, they're reasonably priced and you can just get that passive income dropping in your wallet every week. They're great if you're a whale, and you want to buy a kingdom for 100K. And they're great for people like me who needs to accumulate some money in order to just buy the one farm's D. But hey, once you do, you can stack them and you just, racking up the money. I love it. So it's time for me to have a chat with my special guest this week. Hey monsters! I'm very excited to have the amazing Marty Greenspan in the house today. He is a total boss in the blockchain scene and the genius behind Quantum Expeditions. Marty's got a legit portfolio manager license in the EU, and get this, he co-authored the complete guide to fintech investing. Plus, he's got that whole eToro executive vibe going on. He is a legend in this space. So, Gloombrar, Mr. Greenspan.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's good. Thank you. I would love to start our time together with a game. Are you up for a little game?
Let's do it. And I apologize in advance for any background noise, though it is 1 a.m. here. My kids refuse to go to sleep.
No worries.
Let's
So
play.
this game is a word association game, and I have a list of 10 words, and I'll say a word, and then you say the first word that comes to mind, but don't overthink it, okay?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so the first one is hash rate.
Bitcoin.
Nice. Crypto.
Currency.
Blockchain.
Analysis.
Ooh. Wallet.
Mine.
Fintech.
Investing.
Ooh. Algorithm.
Complicated.
Okay. Tel Aviv.
Home.
Oh. Satoshi.
Nakamoto.
Parenting.
Challenging.
And chicken farms.
Oh, messy.
Yes. Thank you. So, to start us off, would you please give us a brief overview of Quantum Expeditions and how you became one of the founders?
Yeah, absolutely. So Quantum Expeditions is actually a spin-off of our parent company, Quantum Economics, which I founded in 2019 after leaving eToro. It was we were doing a lot of research on blockchain and Bitcoin mining, specifically regarding Bitcoin's energy usage, how much energy it took up. There was a lot of talk in the news back then about, it being bad for the environment, or is it good for the environment? And we wanted to really get to the bottom of that. And what we found was, first of all, Bitcoin is great for the environment because it encourages people to innovate in renewable energy sources. But more than that, we found that it can be extremely profitable if done well. After a few research articles that we posted, Oz came up to me and says, "Hey, I've been thinking about this for a while, and we should start a Bitcoin mining firm. We've got all of the resources that we need in house. Let's go." So that was the backstory.
Oh, I appreciate that. So, let me ask you, if you were to step into a time machine and revisit a pivotal moment from your childhood, what experience from that time do you think played a big role in shaping who you are today?
Geez, I don't know if I could trace it back to any one specific event. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a house that was very open and transparent, and questions were encouraged. I grew up as a religious Jew, and it's part of those values are ingrained in our education. And more than that, my grandfather is a self-made billionaire, real
Oh,
estate tycoon, and so I was privy to a lot of those discussions, negotiation training, and of course my mother, being has been online marketing since the internet was basically invented. So got all of that kind of background knowledge. So yeah, I think it's just general upbringing and right environment.
that's interesting. Does Since your religion and your culture is such an important part of who you are, is that easily incorporated into your everyday work life, or is it something that causes issues or challenges?
Yeah, I think it's important to keep a good balance between work and family and everything like that. I tend to pray every morning and even study the Bible, or Kabbalah and mysticism before I pray. So that's maybe an hour and a half. It's You could think about it like as a meditation, I guess, or self improvement. And then, yeah, I tend to go right into that. Right after that, go into DeFi, the world of DeFi. I've got two very important clients. One is called MC Square Finance, who's building the future of asset management on the blockchain. The other is Poland DeFi, who's building out a suite of DeFi applications. And then there's Quantum Economics, other spin-off firm, which has just announced a rebrand to Cora Network, where we're building an AI-assisted portfolio management system.
Ooh,
Um,
that's sparking
yeah,
my interest.
for sure. And then after that, I go pick up my son from preschool, and then
Mhm.
we do quantum expeditions because that's when everybody wakes up. In America is around 3-4 p.m. my time, and then I'll usually go till 2-3 a.m.
Wow, you are busy. So, Bitcoin mining is a relatively newer field. So, what are the more interesting challenges that you've faced with quantum expeditions and getting it off the ground?
Yeah, I'd say there's it's really about finding the right people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of our biggest challenge, we had the wrong person in place, unfortunately, for a while, and it took us too long. I think I can say that. Yeah, it took us too long to really realize it. Tend to be argumentative and not productive, and say that he was doing things, and end up backtracking or not understanding things and pretending like he did, and um, it really threw us off for a while. But at some point, it came to a head, and he quit. Thankfully, he quit, and he left. Actually, like,
Mm-hmm.
thankfully and luckily enough, I think it was like probably some divine intervention there, without any equity whatsoever in the company. So we were very happy about that. Um, and yeah, after that, as soon as that happened, it's like it was literally everything from then on just started clicking into place, one thing after the next, and that's when we really started moving. That's when
Mm-hmm.
we met. The next day we met Trent Stevens, and then I think about a month later we met Justin, the Badger, and merged with Badgerland Crypto. So I think that really, then at that's the point when we had everything that we needed to get started, and we were able to set up our first site, in early January, just as the year started, just over the holidays. And yeah, and now we're officially a profitable entity.
That's awesome. Now, I've gotten the chance to have a little peek behind the scenes, so to speak, at Quantum Expeditions, and there are some extremely experienced leaders on this team. How do you communicate well with each other, and when do you know to compromise and when not to? How do you solve disputes as well? Because I've noticed that you all have a lot of experience and very strong opinions. How do you resolve those conflicts?
It's so amazing, Smiley. We have a Jew, a Muslim, and two Christians on our board of directors,
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, and we get along very, very well. We're
Cool.
all like, literally, we feel kind of a brotherhood, or kind of a deep friendship, um, and um, we don't we don't really disagree. I mean, we all realize where each other's expertise lies, where our own shortcomings are,
Mhm.
and we learn to work with that. And if there's a disagreement, then we usually, whoever's the subject matter expert would be, the prevalent, like in that specific area that the disagreement is happening, would be the stronger voice. But if they get a second opinion from somebody else on the board, that would make it even stronger. So usually, if yeah, it's not just two people; it's four people actually coming to make the decision together. According to the bylaws, we should be voting on things like that, but it never gets to that. Like, we understand.
That's great. So, how
Yeah,
did you get into writing? That's a unique venture in and of itself.
I've always been a writer. I mean,
Oh, really?
I've yeah, I mean, I've written short stories and poems. I
Mhm.
got notebooks full of that crap since I was a teenager. Um, yeah, so when when it was in eToro, I think it was around 2014 or 15. Um, I say even started before that. Other brokers would write emails to clients and stuff like that. And at some point in eToro, Yoni Asia, the CEO, he wanted to push me forward because he recognized that he liked my emails. He said, okay, I want you to write one of these emails. I wrote an email to the whole company, and he really liked them. I want you to write one of these emails every day. And I did
Wow.
that, I think, for about 5 years, 5 times a week. And yeah, and people really liked them, and it created a really great bond as I was, getting in the media and staying in touch with journalists who were writing about, the stuff that I was writing about, and they would often just quote me or reply with further questions, and or ask to interview me or something about those type of things. And I think it was just an amazing, and still is. And unfortunately, I don't have as much time to write now, but I do write at least once a month for the quantum economics newsletter, which is available free of charge, quantumeconomics.io. And of course, I love it when everybody, like I usually get a lot of replies on it, and it's really heartwarming to know that so many people read it and enjoy it. Um, uh, yeah, even after all these years.
Very cool. So success means different things to different people. So what is your personal philosophy on success?
Yeah. Um, I don't know that I have a specific definition for success. Um, but we've got some ancient Jewish wisdom that asks, who's rich, and the answer is the person who's happy with what he has. So as long as you're happy with what you have, then you are successful.
Oh, I would agree with that one too. Contentment is very important in life if you can be content with what you have. But at the same time, there's a balance, isn't there? Because we like to have goals, we like to have challenges, things that motivate us further. So, what right now is motivating you to push yourself a little harder and to move further?
Yeah. I I believe it might sound corny or like highbrow, but I want to make the world a better place. I want to, use my talents and influence that I have to affect positive change in the world.
Mhm. I like that. That's great. So, do you have a favorite endeavor, one that just has a special soft spot in your heart of all those things that you've mentioned that you've done in your life so far?
Um, no, I mean,
No?
I feel like, um, yeah, I'm pretty proud of, my trader's license,
Hmm.
happy to have that. That's something that, it doesn't give me any practical value. Like I'm not like not using it to manage anybody's money at the moment,
Hmm.
but I think that's something that I'm proud of. Um, I'm proud of both of Quantum Expeditions and of Cora, how far we've come. Both of them, started around the same time. Been
Hmm.
working on both of them for about two years now. And of course, Quantum Economics and everybody on our team. Um, the amount of the amount of collective knowledge we have is among all of the members in Quantum Economics. It's basically infinite. I mean, it's all of the knowledge in the world and all of the expertise that you can get within fintech.
Cool. Now, did you have a mentor as you've been progressing through your life? And do you mentor someone else as well?
Um, I always seen Yoni Asia kind of as a mentor, the CEO of eToro. I think he helped me a lot in my career, and going from simple telephone sales rep, with a lot of background knowledge, to kind of formalizing it into being, an analyst and an advisor. Um, I don't. I mean, I feel that, maybe some of the people on quantum economics, maybe they see me as a mentor, but I don't know. I don't want to speak for them. It's not. I don't have any official mentees. Um, but I try to, as much as I can, be helpful where I can.
Right. No, I'm sure they appreciate it. So crypto, especially and DeFi, changes crazy at a super hyper speed. How do you stay on top of all the latest, developments and, things that are happening in DeFi, especially with Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining?
Yeah, I mean, I think X is an amazing resource. I spent a lot of time on the platform. It I like the way that you can, curate your feed. Follow the people that you
Right.
find are interesting and unfollow the people that you don't. I don't use the block button very often unless people are being nasty.
Mhm.
I don't even like to mute if I don't, if I don't have to. Um, but as far as like just, it's if you follow a lot of people, but a lot of people that, they're the kind of people that you want to value, that you value their opinion, you can get a lot of opinions in a lot of news in a very, very short time, just scanning the platform. Um, so that's where I'm at. I used to watch, few hours of Bloomberg television every day. Fortunately, I don't get to do that as much anymore. It, as I've transitioned from being like an analyst to more like an
Mhm.
entrepreneur, I get busier. I'd have different priorities.
Well, how have your priorities changed? Have they focused more then on your personal life as you've grown older, or?
Well, I'd say like I mean, in 2019 when I left eToro, I mean, a big part of that was working from home, not having to
Mhm.
commute every day, and getting to spend a lot of time with my children. My daughter complained to me yesterday. She said, "You're always on your computer and you're never spending time with us." Like, obviously it's a gross exaggeration. I tend to spend a lot of time with. I was spending time with her when she said it, literally. Um, but and I explained to her, look, I used to go to work, and a lot of dads have to go to work and not even see their children, until
Mhm.
after bedtime, and they're sleeping already. And they have to get to spend time with them on the weekend. So, that's for me, that's very important, and I'm able to do that, throughout the day. To play games or read a bedtime story, or take them to the park or stuff like that. But um, as far as my career is concerned, I mean, my number one priority, in eToro, generally speaking, and shortly after, was to get my name in the news, right? Get
Mhm.
interviewed on television, get interviewed on radio, and I was very good at it.
Mhm.
But at some point, I said, like I'd really rather be mentioned in the news for stuff that I do and stuff that I build rather than stuff that I've said or my opinions, right? And that was a
Right.
critical realization for me because I I don't much enjoy the world of online trading as probably as much as I should given my background. I've seen too many people lose too much money to
Mhm.
think that this is a very good thing. I've seen, and just me commenting on, the last candlestick on the chart, why that went in that direction is more likely to cause somebody to get in front of a trading platform, take on too much leverage, and hurt themselves. I'd rather be a part of the solution, which is kind of building platforms where people can invest their money in order to earn long-term gains. Because the difference between making money in the markets and losing money in the markets, it comes down to a few very easily definable principles. Number one is time in the market, right? If you're trying to make $1 million in a day, you're going to lose all your money. It's just a given fact that if you're taking on too much risk, you'll not be able to handle it or anything like that. But the most consistent gains always come to people with a long-term mindset where they're investing for several years. They're thinking, what's this asset going to be worth in a few years from now? Because hype comes and goes, and easy money always leaves easy too. Always,
Mhm.
it's absolute rule. Um, and then the second thing is research. Just looking at the opportunity and thinking about it with a critical mind. And then third is, diversification of your assets to always, have many different investments going on at the same time. So I think with those three things, um, you should be able to do well long term in the markets and see consistent gains. And those are the type of things that I like to build towards in the various companies that I'm leading.
Well, that sounds like excellent advice. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you would like everyone listening to know?
Um, Not particularly. I'm, happy to answer any questions if anybody wants to shout out on X, and or you want to read the newsletter. I love it when people come to me with amazing questions. So feel free.
Sounds good. So my last question for you then is, Various and I are having a token pick challenge where each week we pick a new token and we try to see at the end of 3 months who can have a better portfolio. So would you like to pick a token as your pick for the week and we can track it and see how you do?
Yeah. Can I pick one of my own?
Absolutely. Anything you want.
So Revolt Network was acquired by Quantum Economics. I would say I think it was about April, and this is the DeFi company that we've been researching and building towards. Year and a half now, almost two.
Mm-hmm.
We recently rebranded to Cora Network, and I believe that the performance of the Riva token in the meantime, especially ahead of the rebrand, is really kind of a vote of confidence from the community in our ability to deliver on this grand vision that we've set forward for Cora, and to see if they feel confident enough to invest in that after everything that happened with them in Revolt. Obviously, Revolt before we acquired it, is basically essentially a rug. So they were happy that when we took over, and the result, so far the community has been extremely supportive of the rebrand. I mean, obviously it happened very quick, but I would love to see if the community, how much they're going to support us going forward into this new journey. I think that's important to me.
Okay. I hope it does well, and we'll keep track of it and let you know how it's doing, and I'm sure you are as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate your having a chat with me today and letting me learn a little bit more about you and the person behind the project, and I appreciate it.
Well, thanks a lot for asking some thoughtful questions and for taking your time. I appreciate it as
Thank
well.
you, sir.
Have a
Bye.
good one. Bye.
And now it's time for games. Last week we had a game that asked a trivia question, and the people who answered it correctly got a ticket for our drawing for a Farms D NFT. And last week the people who answered correctly were Freedom Frog, Egg Tattooer, Arby Slang, and Big D. Now, this week's game is a crypto treasure hunt, monsters. So, if you solve the 3 riddles, then you can enter the Discord, open a ticket, give me the correct answers, and if you can tag me, Smiley Monster, I'd appreciate it. But either way, if you answer the 3 riddles and you get them correctly, then you will earn a ticket for a Farms D NFT drawing, and we are going to hold the drawing on February 26th, live on Monstro Mondayz, and you can see if you win. I think it's an awesome prize. So here's your first riddle. Are you ready? In a land of monsters where knowledge reigns supreme, where videos and tutorials make learning a dream, where creators unite, sharing wisdom and fun, you'll find the first clue beneath the shining sun. So you got to go look for where that is and go find the clue. Riddle number 2. In a realm where messages fly like birds on the wing, a community thrives where adventurers sing. Join us in this space where secrets are revealed and the next clue awaits for those who are sealed. And here's the third riddle. In a world of pixels where monsters come to play, to strategize and conquer day after day, find the final clue in this digital land where the journey ends and treasures are grand. So, guys, try to find those 3 clues and drop them in a ticket in the Discord. Good luck. And if you don't know the saying, it's really popular and a little overused, I think, in crypto. It's called when Lambo, right? A lot of people come into crypto, I think, looking to make it rich, right? And remember at the beginning, I was talking about Mondays are being a do-over? Crypto is totally the place for do-overs. Like maybe you're thinking, oh, I wish I could retire early and spend my days on the beach sipping a tropical drink with an umbrella in it. Or maybe you want to start your own project. You had this idea for something amazing. Crypto can make your dream a reality. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I mean, totally. If you bought a meme coin that didn't moon, or you're still wondering, when is this bull run coming? Don't give up, guys. Remember my interview with AJ? He said, we are the 1% of the 1%. We're here early. And visionaries dream big, and they don't give up when they're made fun of. I got to tell you guys, I legit have a lot of family members and friends who they ask, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm in crypto. And then there's crickets, and then there's like, why? That's not even real. And then they go on, and they all have an opinion, even though none of them are in crypto. So I get it. But I know that this is the place where I want to be. I love it here. I meet amazing people, intelligent people, dreamers, visionaries, people who've made things happen just because they worked really hard and they took a chance. So this is an awesome place for a do-over. And if that's what you're looking for, stick around. You might not make it rich on your favorite meme coin, but if you hang out, you're going to meet some amazing people. Like I met Various in Monstro, and talking to him and learning from him is so invaluable. I mean, this is better than buying a book on Amazon and reading it because, I love reading, but just being able to hang out in this space and meet project leads, meet teams, meet other investors, meet people who have made it big, just hanging out and being in the community and learning, and then also educating yourself. It's really important that you guys take the time to protect yourself. Find out what the latest security measures are for your wallets, for entering a project, anything you do to keep your funds safe, because whether you got your funds easy or not, and mine didn't come easy, they're important to me, and I'm sure they're important to you, and you don't want to lose them. So let me know how it goes, guys. And, I'll be here. I'm going to be here next Monday for the next episode of Monstro Mondays. Let me know how you're doing. I hang out in the Discord a lot. Stop by, say hi. You can tag me. Totally. I love it. Maybe I'll be making cookies, just hanging out. But I'm really grateful that you guys showed up today. And if you listened all the way to the end, I'm really grateful for that too. I really appreciate it. So you guys have a great Monday. Have a great week. And I'll see you here next week. Bye.